Child, tuck yourself in bed and let me tell a story of Lemuria, a long-lost kingdom, and a girl born for glory. In Austria was a crown land ruled by a duke. Aurora was his daughter, child of a Duchess mysterious, beloved by her father. He raised the girl alone. They were rarely apart, till the duke felt lonely and misplaced his heart. It was the Great Friday before Easter 1895. Players performed for the duke, his new bride at his side. That night, Aurora went to sleep. The fire burned down low. She caught a chill that spread. Her skin was cold as snow. At dawn they found her, vacant, Aurora's light gone out. Her father wept and pleaded, but there could be no doubt. For all intents and purposes, Aurora was dead. And yet, once upon a time, she awoke in a strange land instead.
What am I seeing? I must be dreaming. Wake me from the slumber!
Hey, welcome to the first episode of the Child of Light dub Let's Play. It has been in the works for a really long time now, but I'm really happy to finally be able to bring this to you guys. It also allowed me to connect with so many great content creators. All of their channels are gonna be in the description, so yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Woods darker than night. Shadows lost of light.
So the way I'm gonna do this is that all the dialogue in the game will be voiced, and my commentary will be there just to fill in the blanks.
Steady? Only little kids easily scare.
Up there there's a wolf and a chest, but we can't reach it for now. We're gonna have to wait until we get something to access this place. And up there's a spider and a chest, but it's still out of reach. Okay, so by now, those of you who have never played the game are probably wondering what it is about. Because so far it kinda looks like one of those platforming games, you know, with a pretty art style, like Ori and the Blind Forest for example. But it's actually a turn-based RPG made by Ubisoft Montreal. It was originally released in 2014, but right now I am playing the Nintendo Switch version that came with all the DLCs included.
This dream is formed of frigid air. Dark spirits fly, I know not where.
But yeah, it's a fun game and I hope that you are all as excited as I am to go through this journey.
No! Wake up! Wake up! Nightmare! Let me wake! Papa! Where are you? My heart shall break.
Will someone please explain how water falls with no rain?
Who spoke?
I did. Shake the dew from your eyes. Before mold grows. That's common sense.
A firefly that speaks advice? My supper must have been too dense.
Food sounds good, but I am lost. Ever heard of an Aurora?
Why, sir, she is me.
Both sir and she? A split aura. Perhaps you are some kind of flora?
Cease your foolishness at once. I am Aurora. I am she.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Follow me. A lady waits. Hair long as a forest stream, with skin like moths and gleaming eyes.
A seer. She'll know the way out of this dream.
Okay, so we finally meet our second character. And basically we can control it with the right stick. But if you are playing with 2 players, the second player just controls the firefly. So because I have no friends, well, you already know. And that's a giant in the background. That's actually kind of scary. Would be a pain if we had to deal with him. And we can finally open our first chest, and it had a healing tonic inside. So it's basically just the normal potion of the game. There's also another cave higher up, but we can't even reach it for now. There's a lot of stuff that we can't reach, but I guess it makes sense. It's just the beginning of the game.
What is tied to these branches? Curious charms, little hands fastened tight.
Don't you know? These are wishes.
Wishes of light, left in darkest night.
Follow the orange one to find more bright. Wishes taste delicious. Have a bite.
Wait until I tell Father about this night.
Okay, so now we are introduced to what wishes are. So they basically just replenishes the firefly's energy, and grabbing like them in the perfect order allows you to heal Aurora as well with the green and purple lights.
The path's right over this tree.
But I cannot fly there with thee.
Trapped. The door is barred.
A scepter round, a translucent sphere. Clear as glass! The answer! Sir Firefly, ignite your rear!
Whoa! I barely know you.
Do it and I'll show you. The 3 scepters a shadow cast.
Oh!
We have to match the symbols fast.
So now we finally have the opportunity to showcase what the firefly's energy does. So it's basically just to do these light puzzles. Really not that complicated.
Sir Firefly, our path is clear.
But who would put a door here?
Who was she, I wonder?
Remove the sword under.
Who spoke? Some sort of ghost?
The Lady of the Forest. I'm sure of this.
Aurora, take the sword of Mathildas.
It feels real. Look at it gleam.
Run! That thing looks mean.
Fortunately, I wield a sword in this dream.
Okay, so we finally have our first battle, and so there's a lot of to explain. So first of all, we have our actions that we can do with our main character, Aurora. The Firefly can't fight, but he can still be useful. And now, as you can see on the bar, like at the bottom, there's a wait period and a cast period. In the cast period, if you get hit, unless if you defend, as I'm gonna be showcasing now, like when you get hit, you get put back in the wait section like I did earlier to the enemy. And so it's a classic like wait time. So the faster the character is, the faster they're gonna move on the bar. But the Firefly is actually really useful because, as you can see, you can use him to slow down the enemies, which is really like, you really need to do that. There's something else that the Firefly can do in a battle, but I guess I'll show that later. Okay, so here's the menu screen. So we can see the party with Aurora and her stats. And here is the skill tree. So as you can see, there's a lot of skills, so we're gonna explore them a bit later on. Here is the oculi place, and we have a lot of oculi right now because of the DLCs. But you can equip them to get like special effects, as you can see on the bottom. You can also craft oculi, but I don't think I'm gonna do that right now. So let's move forward.
Oh, Father. How much farther?
Aurora, what is a father?
That is simple. I am his daughter.
Something else that the Firefly can do is stun enemies outside of battle, so you can walk past them or use that as an opportunity to get a back attack, or surprise strike, I mean. Yeah, I totally meant to say that. So as you can see, when there's only one enemy, like, it's really like simple. You just have to slow them down with the Firefly and then attack them as much as possible. So these enemies are really weak, but it got us our first level up. And now we can select a new skill. And I'm gonna go with Starlight, which is a single targeting light magic attack, which is pretty useful. It doesn't do that much damage, but it's not as slow as some of the other magic that she can use. I also equipped a Citrine on her attacking slot to give her like light damage on her basic attacks, which is pretty good because especially early on, a lot of enemies are weak to light. And I also equipped some other oculi just to make her stronger at the beginning. I could technically like start crafting and make the best oculi possible, but it's not necessary. That's totally not scary at all. Another chest that we can't reach, but actually there is a way to open it. I just like completely forgot. Like, if you didn't realize by now, it's I'm actually like recording my voice after the fact, so I can comment on like what my past self did, and that was stupid, but I really didn't like realize it at the time. Also, let's showcase her magic for the first time. And yeah, these enemies are so weak that they die in one magic hit. But actually, I think at this point, even her basic attacks like can kill in one hit. I guess we'll see right now. Yeah, so these enemies are really like the basic, so they really can't do much. And we actually get another level up. I think one tactic is just like to go like as far as possible on one side. Like if you don't really know what to get, I guess that's like probably the best idea. Like it specializes your character in a certain area. And the Firefly, seeing as he can emit light, he's pretty useful in these like dark caves type of situations. But yeah, there's a really deep layer of strategy possible with this game, but for now it's really straightforward, as it often is the case in RPGs. Like the beginning of the game is always so simple, but I guess that's what I like in RPGs. Like it's always chill at the beginning of the game. And yeah, another chest that I actually can open, but I didn't realize at the time. Yeah, hopefully I won't forget next episode. So another chest I just decided to not go after. And this spider is still too high up for me.
Help me, Aurora.
Don't they know? Rocks planted in the ground will not grow.
Yeah, the Firefly is not the brightest. Get it? Anyways, yeah, he's basically just a child right now, so he says some dumb stuff. And I don't like this enemy because of like the sound it makes. It's really creepy. But they're weak to light, so Aurora is the perfect character to defeat them. And we're getting we're leveling up really fast, but it's the beginning of the game, so I guess it makes sense. So there's a couple of places we can go for now. Let's use the fountain as a platform. So yeah, there's some platforming elements, well, especially in the early game, but it's gonna change a bit. So now I guess it's supposed to like give you the tutorial on how Alkali works, but since I have the DLC, I already like showed it to you.
Follow my voice.
Through this spooky place?
No other choice.
And yeah, this enemy likes to jump scare you a lot. Like completely in the dark, and if you don't know, he just screams and yeah, scares the hell out of you. So now we're starting to have a bit more challenge, but if we just slow down the stronger enemy and then take care of the weaker ones, that's a pretty good strategy, I feel, in this game. Especially when we can interrupt them. But the more you interrupt an enemy, the faster it, the closer it gets to the cast period. So it can actually backfire on you sometimes, but most often is better because you don't get attacked as much. Also, like, other than protecting you from like being interrupted, defending is also really good because it like makes you go faster on your next turn. So that's also something to keep in mind. And another level up, but as you can see, I'm just like going on this path for now. I didn't really take the time to think this through, but I think it's fine. So I guess now I'm starting to skip some enemies.
Aurora!
The door is blocked.
How do we get it unlocked?
Yeah, I still don't know like what's the balance of like fights I should fight or skip. But I guess it's fine for this episode. Tell me in the comments if you like think I should be fighting like every single enemy, because that could get boring after a while.
How on earth do we travel up high?
I wish you could fly.
Aurora, illuminate the oculi.
Let me try.
So anything that needs like light or is of a light blue color, that means we have to illuminate it with the firefly.
What do you think they roast in these vats?
Hopefully not children. Oh no! What if it's cats?
But yeah, this puzzle is actually like pretty straightforward, but like it gives you an idea of what is there to expect for the future. But I'm kidding, the puzzles never get any more complicated than that. Yeah, I totally fell down and forgot to flip the switch. Or pull the lever, I guess. Yeah, my brain doesn't really work well often. So if you're new here, like, that's something you have to expect. I will say some stupid stuff. But we got through this place, and let's see what's on the other side.
There! It is unbarred!
Aurora, be on guard!
The music changed. I'm scared.
Here at last.
Beware, a spell has been cast. I am imprisoned behind the glass.
So if there's a puzzle, use the light.
I am nearly free. Be fast.
Who dares challenge the Queen of the Night?
A tiny nothing with locks of red.
This is but a dream. Trust not what you see.
Seems real to me. They want us dead.
So, we finally get our first boss fight. So, actually, like, the strategy doesn't change at all. But their strategy changes because they can cast something to augment their speed, which is bad. But if we can defend and slow down the one who's faster, it's fine. Also, the other one used an attack, well, something to indicate that he's gonna do a bigger attack next turn. But as you can see, they're weak to light, so Aura doesn't have like that much problem taking care of them. Also, there are some wishes in like on the stage. So this is the attack that they use, like in 2 turns, and it afflicted us with a setback effect, which basically just like pushes you back on the timeline. But in this fight, just like defend if you're about to get hit and use some magic to take care of them. And as you can see, the first one is already down, so like the rest of this fight will go smoothly. We don't have any more magic, but we still equipped something to do some light damage. We still have some more wishes, so we can use that. I don't think we'll be able to attack him, so let's defend this time. And we're starting to get low on HP. But we managed to win this fight regardless. We even got a level up.
Lady, this is Aurora.
Madame, snared am I in this dreamland. I am ready to wake up now.
Child, a vision. Take my hand.
Once the sun shone upon a land of sequined valleys and peaks of white, and at night ruined castles glowed with alabaster light. From the stars and the crescent moon, a queen of light ruled this rambling place. Each night she walked the palace alone, her luminosity dawn's own face. Until one night there was no trace. The queen had vanished, and with her the light. Dark resided in its place, the usurper, Umbra, hid from sight. She sent her daughters in her stead. The sun, the stars, and the crescent moon, they pilfered from the sky, extinguished them with the monsoon. Then Umbra's dark creatures conquered the land. Our lives soon snuffed out by a wave of her hand.
Madame, thank you for the story. But now I wish to wake.
So dull my speech, you fell asleep. What I speak of is real, not fake. All around us lies a land of Lumeria. I am afraid this is not a dream, Aurora. The only way is a magic link. A mirror behind the throne. Stolen by Umbra, queen of the night. The sole path home is to banish the night. Bring back the stars, the sun, the moon, the light.
No! Unacceptable! My father waits! The Firefly said you'd help me post-haste.
I have a name, you know.
Do not despair, my dear. I created Igniculus to aid you.
A bug? The size of a pin? No good, I fear. Never shall I recover the sun? the stars and the moon.
Do not despair, my dear, for the sun and moon seek the highest and the lowest room. First go back from whence you came, past the altar on which you woke this day, through a tree of thorn sharp and tangled. Seek help along the way.
And what of the stars? How will I reach the skies?
Why, child, the answer lies above you. Open your eyes.
What an incredible surprise! Am I a fairy? I am in flight!
Aurora, you are a child of light. Now listen carefully. Keep that charmed crown upon your brow. Never remove it, clear? One last thing before I go. If you should ever despair, my dear.
Thank you! Exactly what does it do?
Sorry, child. I cannot hear you. Goodbye.
Wait, but I must know. My father! Is he alright? I am surrounded by endless night.
Thank you guys so much for watching this entire episode. Please check out the cool people who are helping me with this. And well, until next time, my friends.